Hi everyone. Allô tout le monde. Comment vous allez? Comment está? My name is Immaculate Jen Academy. All my information is here. I want to let you know that I was sick with a virus in October. And this is the proof right here. When my doctors told me that I should be on certain medications, but unfortunately, none of the medications worked. And luckily, my grandmother, who instilled a lot of love in me, maternal love, and some ingredients to a method to cure pulmonary diseases, was able to help me along the way and be whole again. So I guess in this time of need, we definitely can use this method right here because we have these elements, water root right here, water root. This is very loyal to the lung. Number one, indisputable right here. This cured my grandmother's wax man who had tuberculosis, and I witnessed it when every morning he would come get money from my grandmother and go get it and eat it on an empty stomach. And this was the magic that he used to cure himself. He died 6 years ago. His name was Estime, and he died of heart failure. He was 97. And my grandmother also died at the age of 96 because her heart, gave up. Old age. And myself, as you can tell, I'm 52. Yes, 52. And these two, waterwood and aloe, they do wonders. Since we are facing a situation where our lungs now are getting sick, waterwood is the way to go. Because that's what saved me the other day when I fell off the bed because I couldn't breathe anymore. After my third trip at the doctor, nothing worked. And my tonsils just shut. And I had this sinus problem around here and also pooling around the earlobes and my throat. Thank God I was able to run to the fridge and get this. I prepared somewhere in 2018. That's aloe. And I sprayed it exactly directly on the tonsils, and that released it. And then I had an influx of phlegm coming out, flare ups. It was just magical. Instantaneously, it takes away the phlegm. But first, you have to use water root to help the lung, to help protect it. I use it as maintenance. And all of this is actually in the process for a patent, this method of use. First, I'm gonna go show you how to prepare the water root. Water root is a bunch of leaves. It's about a cup a day. But if anybody wants to just, take a handful, about this much, and eat early in the morning, first thing in the morning, and some during midday, and some in the evening before they go to bed to let it work and do its magic. It's like your protective glove for your lung. This is powerful. My grandmother learned it from this guy who was drinking heavily and used to self-produce at the house. And one day he came and told my grandmother, hey, my doctor said I have only 3 months to live. And my grandmother told him that what exactly he was going to do. The doctor took an x-ray, saw that the lung was like a quarter of his size. And the guy told him, and the doctor actually told him what he wanted to do, if he wanted to operate or just live till he died. The guy replied, "No, I'll come see you in 3 months." For sure. 3 months came. He went to see the doctor. The doctor was so amazed to see that he was still alive. And he said, "What did you do?" He showed him this water root. Very loyal to the lung muscle. This. And the doctor proposed that he goes back to Germany, because he was from Germany, to have surgery. And at the same time, he would benefit from going for a trip over there. Of course, the guy was elated. He took a chance. He went, had his surgery, and the doctor, according to my grandmother, who learned about it when the guy came back, that this was actually, the lung was here, and the lung was growing, and this was inside the lung. I mean, what else should I tell you? At this time, we need this. And of course, at the end of this video, I will crown 2 elements, which is definitely needed, because you can use this as protective gear for now. So needed at this time. Well, I'm going to talk about aloe. Aloe. See my face? Aloe. After I shower, especially right now, I take the aloe, shower, I take the gel, I put it over my body, I let it sit for 2 minutes, and then I take the soap and I run the shower on the soap so that the smell can dissipate a bit. But this is magical, because when I had the reaction with my tonsils shutting up, let me tell you, I didn't think I would be here today. This made it possible for me. It got it working back again. I used to use other things that would dry my tonsils. This one hydrates it, lubricates it. I mean, really, I couldn't think of anything else more to say, but I really love this plant. And I dearly, dearly appreciate this one. So, third thing. Now, we also have, I have a fever. My symptoms were consistent with what I'm hearing right now. First, it was my throat. This helped with the hoarseness. For 3 to 4 months, you couldn't hear my voice. And this helped with the lung. I started with this. Then I used this to clear the phlegms. Really did a great job. And then I went ahead and started with Cerasee. 1 lemon and 2 cloves of garlic. That will kill the fever right there. Then, when you have diarrhea, if you do, this is what to use. Guava paste. I call it automatic sealer. I walk around with one in my bag because I used to have severe stomach reactions. For some reason, I could not eat anything, and this would seal it for me. After the first bowel movement or the second one, you should see some result with this thing. You can either eat the fruit or the paste. Have a juice or something. And of course, with the tea, you can add some lemon to it. You might have seen that the labels are not on the bottles here, because I don't have the permission of these companies to go ahead and show and display their labels. But I'll tell you this, if any company feels comfortable enough to call me, we can talk about it. And your nutrition, very important. No eggs, no meats, no poultry, no cheese, dairy products. And also, you want to make sure that you use some components, some necessary components at this point in your food, such as potatoes. Whenever I take something for a fever, this helps for my white cells. Malanga, ayutia, anemia, It's very helpful. And of course, you know, seafood and some things that you want to mix with your food while you cannot eat just anything. Onions, really very recommended right here. I even use it on my hair and, you know, in my food and so many things. My sandwiches, raw, almost raw. You have lemons, of course, grapefruits and, you know, fruits, um, mangoes, cilantro, and this you need it around in your house at this point. You know, it releases oxygen, so very helpful. And I do have something coming out with this soon, so I'll talk about it later. Um, Orange juice, V8. I'm sorry, I have to call it this way, but this was actually made with a little bit of this water root. Call me if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to answer. This is my contact info right here. Make sure that you call me and you tell me what exactly you want to know. Of course, I couldn't back up my grandmother's claim with this guy whose lung was actually was disappearing. But I can tell you this: if anybody wants to go to that village and find out, they can always go to Germany. I don't know. You can probably find a study on it because this guy knew my grandmother. But myself, I can definitely attest to Estimate, who used to wax our floor and of course was stricken with tuberculosis. I know him very well. I've known him all my life, and I know that this water root should do the job for you because he did it for me. I really didn't think that I would be here. Water root and aloe, definitely the way to go these days. And as I told you before, we have, of course, purslane, verdolaga. This will give you energy. After a fever, you want to have this. After you exercise, it will perk you up. Seriously, anemia, think no more. To re-energize yourselves. Very good. You can eat it raw, just like the water root, you know, or put it in soup like the water root. You can do it like such. I have my pumpkin soup where I put some in it. Very good when you have a cold because you really 200% proteins. Telling you can't go wrong about this. And for sanitary reasons, you know, your gloves and this. But myself, instead of gloves, I use this. I put it in my clothes. I put it on my skin. I swallow a piece of it because I want it to go slowly down my respiratory tract to clean that excessive phlegms and mucus. You know, it will cause a flare-up. But every time you get that, you need to spit or you have a flare-up. When you dispose of it, pour some of this in there because sometimes we dispose of it in places where it's going to dry up and who knows. Because right now we have to be very, very careful. And of course, this is what I had to tell you. And I want a crown. I'm putting the corona, which is crown, kuon, on top of this for the water root and the king that will accompany it. I don't have anything because I couldn't find one at the store and everything's closed. So I'm gonna crown aloe vera. And please be careful. And I would like to especially thank my PT, Oliver Taylor, and my acupuncturist, Douglas Bloomfield, forever helped me around that time to really use their techniques in their Westbury office at Advanced Therapy, where they were able to move some phlegms out of my lungs with some techniques that they do. And that was amazing. It helped me get rid of some more. And I also have to thank Reggie dan testimony as in Magdin Su. And all of this would have been possible because of this blue. And we know who wears the crown. So, and of course, Haiti has the best water root and the best Cerasee. The reason why I'm telling you is because I know how potent it is. And they use no additives, nothing in it. It's natural and very potent. Président Jovenel, Réline. Madame Martine, Madame Président, Réline. C'est une fun party. Y los presidentes de Mexico, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Venezuela, where we have also these items, and they're also good. Llámame por favor, presidentes. Necesita hablar. All right, everybody. It was a pleasure talking to you and sharing my experience with these two. Because at this time, we really need to be careful and we really need to reach these main muscles or organs that are vital to our ability to stand here. And as I said before, I'm willing to let anybody get proof of what I'm talking about. You can do your research, Google it, which is my best friend for my research, about the water root and aloe. And of course, you have some other symptoms that, may be there and may not be, but we will take care of them along with all of this. And thank you for everybody for letting us have this opportunity to discuss about what is bothering us these days. Thanks for my cameraman, Mr. Elliot Wynn. And to you guys also for giving me the chance to share something that is so important for us to discuss these days. I have other videos coming up about certain things that I know, certain other fruits and vegetables that I know that are loyal to certain parts of the body. And of course, I have a patent for the metal abuse in the process. So take care and I'll see you soon. Happy virus-free life. Bye-bye.